everybody, I'm Stacy with girlsinthestacks.com, and tonight I have Ellen Schreiber here with me of Vampire Kisses, a very popular YA series. And I do want to warn you, it's late at night, and she so graciously decided to let us interview her at 10 o'clock at night. So thank you very much for that. We appreciate it. So like I said, Vampire Kisses, this is the beginning. This is books 1 through 3, and then this is the latest, number 7, Love Bites. And like I said, it's a great series for reluctant readers. Have you heard that a lot? Because the first one was given a reluctant reader award, and I think it's very that market really needs to be saturated.
Yeah.
And thank you for doing that.
Thank
because
you.
there's a lot out there. So anyway, Vampire Kisses. When you first wrote the first one, you put the pen into the paper and you wrote, or the keyboard, keys, whatever. Did you foresee how big the series was going to be, and the hit and the fandom of that series?
No, not at all. I thought it was going to be one book, and that's all I intended it to be, was a standalone book. And when I got it published in 2003, my editor just talked about maybe not having something so upbeat at the end, just kind of, I finished it off a little bit. So I just kind of tweaked the ending just a little bit and changed it, and all of a sudden it was very dark and a completely different ending, and they didn't necessarily end up happily ever after right away. So then, which I didn't even think about at the time, that allowed for a sequel.
Right.
So, so I had never an intention that would be possible.
Well, aren't we glad you did? Or it worked out that way. And by the way, these are some amazing covers, and this is just 2 of them. Yeah. Have you had any input on these? Yes,
I'm very lucky. Originally, we had a whole different...
I saw the older ones.
Okay, there's a whole different set.
Right.
And then these came out, maybe 2008, because the original model was growing up. And halfway through the series, they switched the models, and they wanted a cohesive look.
Right.
So we got these new covers, and I think they're amazing. They'll send them to me and ask me my opinion, and kind of tell me what they're going with. And I love them.
I think they're really awesome. I mean, I love them. I think they're great, and I like the purple hue on this one.
I do too.
She's got purple nail polish on too. See. I like these books because there's a lot of great humor and one-liners in your books, especially from Raven and Trevor. And Trevor is one of my favorite characters, as I tell you. And Sebastian in the new book, I really like that character as well. Is that just a natural extension of who you are and the way you write? Their humor, their one-liners. Maybe they're not funny at the time, but is that just...
Yeah, somehow when I just sit down and write it, that's like what Raven's saying, or that's what Trevor's saying. I don't really plot out or think, oh, they're going to say this or anything. It just happens. I did a lot of improv because I had kind of an acting background, and I think that kind of made, you had to come up with like a scene quickly, who, what, and where, and dialogue immediately, and I think that kind of helps.
So if we went to dinner with you, would you be like to laugh at the party?
No.
Like, okay.
No, it just comes out when I'm writing.
Okay. How much fun do you have writing these books? Because they're fun to read and they're easy to read. And out of all the characters, which one's the funnest, the most interesting to write?
I would say, I like them all, because they're all, characters that I like writing about, and sometimes I like Luna, and sometimes I like Jagger, sometimes Trevor is just menacing, but I really love, for me, and Alexander, of course, but Raven, I get to experience everything she's experiencing, and things I never would experience, like running through a cemetery, or going through what she thinks might be a haunted mansion. I would never do that.
I think she's brave.
Yeah, and she's a lot braver than I am, so...
I like how Alexander says, "No, you wait here," and she's like sneaking off behind you. A few seconds later, I'm like, "Go, girl, you keep going."
Yeah,
that's just great. Okay, I know you said this tonight at the book event we were at, but you have set to be published one more book in the series.
Right.
But Raven and Alexander are soulmates. The big question is, and I'm sure you get this all the time, and I know you probably won't answer it. Will he turn her?
That is the question. You'll just have to keep reading.
Okay. And you think there will be more books than just the 8, right?
Well, like I said, I definitely am not going to end it on the 8th book.
Okay.
So
you're
I,
going
I,
to
I,
leave
I,
a big cliffhanger on the 8th one?
well, I have an intention to write more.
Okay.
So.
Well, great. For
Yeah.
all the readers out there, that's just wonderful news. Okay, let's talk about the new series just really quickly that you have coming out in January 2011, and it's called Once in a Full Moon?
Yes.
Okay. It's about a girl and a werewolf. How can fans of Vampire Kisses expect from these books? What can they expect from that book, and how will they be different?
Well, let's see. They're similar in the sense of the romance and the paranormal. They're different because the character of Celeste, she's popular, and Raven is a definite outcast. So this one is different and neat in that way for me to write about because she is more accepted in her school and she has the popular friends. So I wanted that to be different. But also in that, she doesn't necessarily feel like she fits in with everything that her friends are doing or saying or they believe. So there's still a little bit of the outsiderness. And she also is very, kind of creative, and she volunteers, which is something I've never had in my books, which I think was kind of neat because there are students that like volunteer and do community things, and she does that. She's very active that way. So
well, I'm excited to read it. When will you get the cover on that?
I think we're pretty final, close to final on the cover, so it should be soon.
Soon that you can release that on your site?
Soon. Okay. I'm hoping.
Okay. Well, now are the interesting fun parts of our interview, and they're called the interesting author tidbits.
Okay.
Salty or sweet?
Sweet.
Sweet. Cook at home, takeout, or dinner out?
I prefer takeout, but we do a lot of dinner out.
I'm telling you what, this day and age. Do you say pop, soda, or Coke? Pop.
And I say Coke.
Coke, okay.
So both of those.
And you're from what?
Sorry, can I answer 2 of them?
I don't care. It's you answer how you want to answer it. Thesaurus or dictionary?
Thesaurus.
Okay. Yeah. Country, hip hop, rock, or classical, or you can add your own.
Say that again. You went for 2 quickly.
Country, hip hop, rock, or classical?
Rock.
Rock. Star Wars, Harry Potter, or Lord of the Rings?
Is there another one?
No, you can add your own.
Edward Scissorhands.
There you go. She's a big Johnny Depp fan. Fiction or nonfiction?
Actually, I like nonfiction.
Do you really?
Like biographies. I really
Oh.
love reading biographies.
Cool. What's a good one that you've read recently that we need to read?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know?
I just
Okay.
like something about some Tiffany, A Summer in Tiffany's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. Okay. Texting, emailing, or talking on the phone?
Talking on the phone.
Oh, okay. Truth or dare?
Truth.
And werewolf or vampire? Oh, see, now it's going to be hard for you.
I know. This time it's been vampire, but I don't know now. I have to be both.
Okay, well, there you got it. There she is, Ellen Schreiber. Hello.
Okay.
It's, like I said, it's 10
late.
o'clock at night, and she's had a very long day.
So
But anyway, go out and get your next copy of Love Bites, Vampire Kisses. Thanks. And with that, we'll see you in the stacks. Bye.